so everyone just looks at that. I wanted to practice how I'm going to conduct those last three measures. So I am just going to conduct three before. For the brass and the saxophones, I was going to just give every beat. So 1, 3, and 1. And then in that whole note, too, before the end, I was going to cut everyone off before the last measure, but I still want the percussion to keep going within that silence, and then I'll give everyone that last note. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to start at 10, go to the end, and we're going to try like that. Okay? Sorry, box 10. Okay? Okay, awesome. Let's just try 4 before the end. One more time. Measure 69, I would like you guys to take over. Going into 69 is whenever you guys finally start getting moving notes, and Woodwinds has been having melody the whole time, so I'd like a little color change that way. Okay, starting at 8.
We don't have measured numbers. Can you?
Oh,
which one of these?
Sorry, box 8.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, 69.
What?
That's what you meant. 8, 1, 2, 3.
Is that the soli?
That is 7 after 8. Going into 7 after 8.
Okay.
Box 8. Chords, I know there's only 3 of you, but I would love you guys to play louder beginning at 8. Your volume was perfect at 9 though. At 9, make sure we're not starting too loud. I know it's double forte, but we still want to grow into the end. It kind of just peaked at 9 and then it stayed that volume the whole time. Think of peaking at 9 and then every other measure, so 2 after 9 you're peaking again, and it kind of just peaks every 2 measures until 2 after 10. So just think of getting louder every 2 measures. Let's try that one more time, back at 8. Main focus is starting a tiny bit quieter at 9 and just growing to the end. Box 8. starting to get swallowed up at 10. I can't even hear the flutes anymore, so don't be afraid to bring that out. Okay, let's go back to, let's go to 3, box 3. And we're gonna work on going into that key change into box 4, and then going back into the key change at 6. I know it can look a little intimidating. A lot of people either have a lot of sharps or you're getting a lot more flats. However, it's just going from E flat major to E major. So it's only 1/2 step up. Okay, let's go to 3. At this point, the audience is starting to get a little bored. It's a slow piece. We're about 2 to 3 minutes in, so that big dynamic contrast is going to make it sound a bit more interesting. So we're going to go 5 to 6 and practice that dynamic one more time, and then hopefully I'll get that key right. Okay, 5. don't be scared to bring this out. You do have the melody, and we do want to hear that. I know you're used to bouncing off in the high register, but we really want to hear it. Okay, back to the beginning. Okay, perfect. Let's see if we can get through the whole thing.
Beautiful music. Wonderful playing, everybody. Lovely solos. Marina, yeah. Very fine. Very, very fine.